Hey guys, welcome to another new Night Owl video and my first Christmas Night Owl video episode. So thank you for joining me today. I hope it's Christmas Eve, so I hope everyone's nestled away and cozy with your friends and family and taking care of yourself. And if you're alone, reach out to some friends or family and make sure you don't feel sad because it can happen this time of year. But the point of today's video is actually pretty informal. I've been really hectic with, Christmas shopping and work and traveling and all that stuff. So I thought I would just do this really informal holiday favorites kind of video. It's by no means exhaustive. I don't own all of the Christmas movies that I love, but I do own quite a few of the ones that are near and dear to me, so I thought I'd share those with you today. And I didn't make any notes. This is just very informal. But maybe they would be some suggestions for you to watch if you are looking for something to watch for Christmas. So, of course, one of my all-time favorites is the classic National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation from, I think, 1989 with Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. This was directed by Jeremiah Chechik, if I'm saying that correctly. I love this movie. I mean, the problem is I've seen this movie so many times now that it's sort of almost become like a background movie for me. I just know every beat in this movie, almost every bit of dialogue. So it's still a wonderful movie, lots of funny parts in it. I really like the part when Chevy Chase puts on the hockey mask and brings out the chainsaw to cut down the tree in his front yard because his other tree was burned down by a relative. I watch this one pretty much every year, and a lot of these movies I'll recommend are probably ones you've probably already seen, but maybe for some of you they're like ones you like meant to watch but you didn't get around to. So I would highly recommend this one, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. The disc is actually really, the artwork on the disc is really funny. I just love Chevy Chase's expression there. That's hilarious. But yeah, this is a classic. I saw this in the movie theater when it came out, and I think I've seen it pretty much every year since then. And like I said, it's a classic. It does have, who else is in this? It also has Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Diane Ladd, Randy Quaid, Beverly D'Angelo, Chevy Chase. It's weird it doesn't mention the kids' names on here, but Juliette Lewis and the guy from Big Bang Theory too. And his name escapes me now, but highly recommend this. Probably, like when I think of my favorite Christmas movies, this one's probably definitely in the top 5. Another classic, which I actually just picked up recently, that is the Charlie Brown Christmas. Again, this is one I've been watching since I was a kid. Charles Schultz creation. This was directed by Bill Melendez from 1965. And this is a nice little short watch. It's only 25 minutes long. When I was a kid, and I might actually still have it, I should have dug it out, but I had the storybook album, the vinyl record, and it had like a booklet and you could follow along. So this particular story and this movie has always been pretty special to me, and I've been watching this since I was a little kid, and it was on TV every Christmas. And yeah, I would highly recommend this. The only disappointing thing with this is it's really hard to watch, like hard to find to watch. So I found this at a thrift store for a couple of bucks, but I think I might have mentioned in another video that to buy this DVD new at like even Walmart or something, it's like $15 or $20. Like it's really kind of expensive. So, and I don't know, you could try YouTube, but I don't think you can watch it for free anywhere. I think they're pretty tight with the copyright on this. So you might be able to find it online somewhere, but definitely not on the streaming services. And I think maybe it's only available on Apple. So, but I would highly recommend this one. This is, I don't know if this is like a special edition or not. There's the inside. There's the disc there. There's the disc there. It has a little, nope, this is just the chapter list. Look at little Snoopy there. Isn't he cute? But yeah, I really like this story. It's a heartwarming story. Um, there's Charlie Brown's Christmas tree there. Uh, yeah, just a heartwarming story. It's got some fun music in it. I really like the part when Lucy's trying to get Schroeder to play Jingle Bells on the piano, and he does it all like very virtuoso type, and then she just kept saying, no, no, Jingle Bells, you know, ho ho ho, and mistletoe and all, and then he's like ding 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 ding, like that. I thought that part always cracks me up, and when the kids are dancing to that music, it's really really fun. Yeah, so this one's from 1965. This edition also has another movie, a short movie on it called It's Christmas Time Again, Charlie Brown, which I don't know if I've actually ever seen that one, so I might watch that this year as part of my Christmas movie viewing. So that was A Charlie Brown Christmas. This one was new to me this year. I know when I was growing up in the 80s, Pee Wee Herman came out when I was kind of, I guess, into my middle teens, and so it seemed kind of juvenile to me. I did like the Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure movie, but I didn't watch the TV show. And then I picked this one up on a whim because I thought it looked really fun, and I watched it, and it was really fun. And it kind of makes me want to go back and watch the Pee Wee Herman Playhouse TV program. But this one's really, really cool. I mentioned this in a thrifting video back in the fall because that's when I picked it up. But it has Frankie Avalon, Charo, the Del Rubio triplets, Annette Funicello, Zaza Gabor, Whoopi Goldberg, Magic Johnson, Grace Jones, Katie Lang, Little Richard, Joan Rivers, Dinah Shore, and Oprah Winfrey. So it's a stacked cast. You can see some of them on the back there. Look, there's little Katie Lang, which she was just a little kid. Not a kid, but a younger version of Katie Lang. This is from 1988, and this is put out by Shout Factory, who always does pretty cool things. This is Pee-wee's Playhouse Christmas Special. The only sort of sad part about watching this is realizing that most of the people in it are dead. Yeah, it's a reality, but it's still very charming, very funny. Little Richard is hilarious, trying to ice skate and falling on his bum, and he has a pillow tied around his waist so that when he falls, he lands on the pillow. It's really funny. I would recommend this one. I think this one you could actually watch on YouTube maybe for free. There's a cool inside artwork, and the disc is actually a little different from the cover art. It's Pee-wee riding along there with Santa Claus. So this one's also pretty short. I think it's, let's see if it says how long it is. Yeah, it's 48 minutes. So, little fun thing. And it's like little segments with all those people I mentioned, so it's really fun to watch. There's a lot of variety in it. Let's see. The next one I got is A Christmas Story. This is another one like Christmas Vacation. I watch this one every year. The funny thing about this is, though, my history with this movie is that I saw this when I was younger, like in my teens, and I really didn't like it. I thought it was really not funny. I didn't get it. It seemed very dark and very kind of, I just didn't really like it. Probably about 3 or 4 years ago, I revisited it, and I fell in love with it. And now I love this movie. I really do. It was just one of those ones, maybe I saw it at the wrong time, and then when I did a reassessment of it, I was like, oh, this is actually a really cool movie. And I also did watch the new one, the what is it called? The Christmas story, something. I don't know what it's called. It's available on Crave. It's not as good as the original, this one, but it was still okay. It's and there's the cute disc art, if you can see it. Basically, the new one is the story of Ralphie now, who is all grown up, and he has a family of his own, and his dad dies. That's not a spoiler because he dies at the beginning of the movie. And then, so it's Ralphie's journey as a parent to make sure that his kids have a great Christmas. So kind of like a switch up from the original. And yeah, there's a couple scenes in here I'm not big on, like the part where the little kid's eating the food out of the dish. Like I don't think that's funny. A lot of people really think that's funny. I don't find it that funny, but overall, really funny movie, and definitely one on my yearly watch list as of a couple of years ago. So, what else is next? So, okay, I'll do this one next. Of course, How the Grinch Stole Christmas is a classic. This is the 50th anniversary edition DVD, which I don't know if it says when it came out. 2006 by the looks of it. I mean, what can I say about The Grinch that hasn't already been said? It's a great little short film. A lot of these movies are quite short. This one's 26 minutes long. It's it's the dude that does a Bugs Bunny there. He did the animation. There's the inside of it. Quite cool. I did watch a couple of the special features on here. There was a featurette, Dr. Seuss and the Grinch from Whoville to Hollywood, a rhyming chronicle of the original book and this beloved animation adaptation. I did watch that, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, this one you might be able to find on YouTube. If you have cable TV, it's probably going to be on in the next, probably around now. But I have a feeling you can watch this for free online. But if not, you can find this disc. Again, this is one of these ones that's still kind of like overpriced in my opinion. Like everybody's seen this movie. The same with Charlie Brown. Like I feel like at this point in time, these movies have been around so long that you should just be able to watch these for free. I don't know. Maybe that's not the right attitude to have, but charging $20 for a DVD, which is an outdated technology at this point anyway, or nearly outdated, you should just be able to watch this stuff for free. I mean, come on. How many more? I guess it's like a cash cow for these companies. But anyway, I don't want to be dour on Christmas. But yeah, I highly recommend this one. This is like Charlie Brown. I've been watching this since I was a little kid and watching it every year. And I remember some of you younger folks out there will probably not remember a time, though, when you had to plan to be home in front of the TV when these things came on, or you would miss them and you'd have to wait a whole year before you could watch it again. And so if How the Grinch Stole Christmas was on Friday night at 8 o'clock on ABC, you were in front of that TV at 8 o'clock on Friday night on Channel 7 to catch this. And so it was like kind of a special thing back in the 70s and 80s. You planned your day, like I got to be home to watch this, because if I'm not, then I'll miss it. And then not long after that, VHS came along. I actually did have this on VHS at one point or several points in my life, but I just picked this up for a couple bucks a couple weeks ago at the thrift store, and I watched it, and it was still very enjoyable. There's also the Jim Carrey Grinch, and there's also a newer animated Grinch, which I think I fell asleep watching. I don't mind the Jim Carrey one. I saw that in the movie theater when it came out. I thought it was okay, but I stick with the original. And then the last two are actually ones that I watched for the first time last year, which might be surprising to some of you. But I watched It's a Wonderful Life last year for the very first time, and it was one of those ones where you watch it and you go, oh, now I get why everybody's been talking about this movie for a million years, because it's like a brilliant movie. It does have this cool slipcover on it. And I think this one's a two-disc set. I have not watched any of the special features on it, but of course this is Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life with James Stewart and Donna Reed. This is the two-disc collector's set. It's got this nice embossed slipcover on it. I got this for $1, and it's really cool. This also has the colored version as well as restored black and white version. So really, really good. If you've never seen this movie, watch this movie. Especially if you're a fan of cinema and just heartwarming stories. And I love James Stewart so much. I think he was just one of the greats. And I love watching anything with him in it. And I would highly recommend this, especially maybe you're like me. I kind of put off watching it all these years because I thought, oh, that's like a movie like just old people would watch that, and I don't. Now I'm old people, and so I guess I'm catching up, and I'm discovering all these wonderful films that I missed all these years, and this one is definitely one of them. So if you were ever on the fence, like, I don't know, I probably won't like this, do yourself a favor and watch this. And this one's pretty readily available, I think, on a lot of platforms, and you can find this disc as well I see this in thrift stores and at Value Village, and you can get new copies at Walmart, I'm pretty sure. They do seem to put out like lots of anniversary editions of this, so it's always pretty much available. But yeah, I would highly recommend this one. I really like this one. I'm probably going to watch it. I'm going to try to convince my mom to watch it with me this year, because I do want to watch it again this year. And I don't know if she's seen it in a long time, but yeah, I feel like I want to spend more time talking about that movie. That was a really special watch last year. And then finally, another movie that maybe I did see it back in the day, but I don't remember seeing it. And it's now become another favorite just after one viewing, and that is A Muppet Christmas Carol. And again, I found this one for like $2, I think. It's really wonderful. It's got, what's his name in it there? Michael Caine, who plays Scrooge, who does a fine job. I have to be honest, I'm a pretty big Jim Henson fan and a pretty big fan of most of the things that he's done. The Dark Crystal and the Muppets and Sesame Street and all this stuff. I love the Muppets. Even the newer Muppets movies were really good, even though, rest in peace, Jim Henson is long gone, but still, I think the characters are long-lasting, enduring. And this one came out in 1992, I believe, and it was directed by Jim Henson's son, Brian Henson. And I think this might have been his directorial debut, and also I think this was, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was the first Muppet movie to get released after Jim Henson passed away in 1990, I think it was. So this was kind of a big deal. I think this one did really well at the movie theater as well. So yeah, this is a really, really enjoyable one and easy to find. Again, you can probably, this one's probably on Disney Plus, but you probably can find these on YouTube as well. I know there's another Muppets Christmas one that I just watched not long ago that I watched on YouTube. So I'm sure if you just went to YouTube and Google or searched Muppets Christmas, a bunch would come up. But this one's really, really good. If you like the Christmas Carol story, this one's a charming adaptation. And I don't have it physically, but I am going to be looking for it soon. And that is the 1984 version of Christmas Carol with George C. Scott, which I did watch on streaming the other day. But I'd like to find that disc at some point. But that's also a really, really charming version of that story. And George C. Scott is so good. Man, he's quickly becoming, I know it sounds weird because he's been gone since 1999, but just revisiting his work, I'm slowly falling in love with his acting and his ability. Wow. So good. I always liked The Changeling, and I got onto The Exorcist 3 about a year or two ago, and but his version of A Christmas Carol, which was actually a made-for-TV movie from 1984, which you can also watch for free, I think, on YouTube. Highly recommend that one as well. I don't have it physically to show, but if you can find a copy of that one, I highly recommend it. I hope everyone had a great, great Christmas. You can see behind me, this is my good friend Christina and I decorated her tree for Christmas, and it's all vintage ornaments, so I thought it would be a cool backdrop for Christmas. I hope everybody has a great Christmas Eve and a great Christmas Day. I know it's been a hard year for everybody, but it's important to take care of your friends and family, and most importantly, to take care of yourself. So if you're feeling down or whatever, make sure you reach out and get the help that you need. And I hope everyone has a great holiday. And this coming Tuesday on Cult Movie Tuesdays, I have Beyond the Black Rainbow coming up. So you might want to check that one out. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed. I think as of filming this, I'm up to 77 followers, which is really cool. So thank you for following my channel. Thank you for all the likes and the comments. It's wonderful. I'm so grateful for all of you watching my channel. And I will have lots more content coming in 2023, so watch out for that. I haven't thought of any new ideas for programming here, but maybe I'll try to do some new featurettes. I was kind of thinking maybe of getting rid of Cult Tuesday and Fright Friday and maybe just doing movie reviews in general, because sometimes I struggle to find or to watch a cult movie, by the time the next Tuesday rolls around, or I do watch a lot of horror movies, so Fright Friday is usually not a problem. But I was thinking maybe of making it a bit more, loose, so that I could do different things on different days. But we'll see what happens. 2023 is around the corner, and we'll explore that when we get there. So again, I hope you have a lovely Christmas and take good care of yourself. And until next time, I will see you at the video store or at the thrift store, or just out and about somewhere. Take good care, and I will see you next time. Look how big my arm is. Bye.